up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the live stream. Hopefully you guys can hear me well. Sometimes my microphone gives me some issues. Let me know if you guys can hear me well. It has been a little while since we've done one of these just like sit down, talk about Scream live streams. I've been doing a lot of watch parties lately. I wasn't feeling that well last week, so I wasn't really up for like something like this where we just like talk the whole time. I just kind of wanted to sit back, watch some movies on live stream, but I am feeling better. So I figured, why not do a typical Scream talk? It's been a while. Let's see who we got here. We have Alex. Hey, Alex. Welcome to the stream. Oh, there is a documentary about the Scream franchise which came out today. Interesting. Is it like an official documentary or is it like fan-made? What's the situation? RJ's here. Hey, RJ. The channel the documentary is on is Drums. Okay, that sounds familiar. I think I know their channel. Drum Dums. I don't see a documentary on there, though. We have Movie Nerd here. Hey, Movie Nerd. We have Reese here. Welcome. Just going to talk some Scream theories as usual. Hey, Wrestling God, you said I got an idea of how they should bring Stu back. They should bring back the original Scream 3 voice changer, but it's not the same one. It's a different one that has AI technology. Yeah, I would love to see the voice changer again, especially because, you know, I do think Scream 7 is going to mirror Scream 3 in a lot of ways. So having the voice changer would be a fun little callback to Scream 3 for sure. We have SSJ Group here. Hello. It is going well. I hope you're good as well. We're just going to get into some Scream theories. So if anyone has any theories they want to talk about, drop them in the chat and I will get to them. I have been posting quite a few videos lately of some theories. So hopefully some of you guys have checked those out. If you want to talk about some of those theories from my recent video, we can. And I do have a new video dropping later tonight in about 2.5 hours. So stay tuned for that as well. Hey, John Lee. Hey, Because Movies. Hey, Damien. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. Hey, Ethan. I'm sorry to hear that. It's always so tough losing a pet. I have lost quite a few in my time, and it's never easy. Hey, Ray. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching from Twitch. In case anyone here doesn't know, I do have a Twitch account. If you have a Twitch, please follow me over there. Trying to get my followers up and all of that. This live stream right now is also airing on Twitch at the same time. Hey, SMF, how's it going? Hey, I'm good. I hope you are as well. Do you think Schumacher will make a flashy appearance at the end of Scream 7? Like as a teaser for Scream 8 or something? I don't know. I think there's a possibility. I'm kind of torn on how I feel about that. Because of course, if he comes back at all, I'll be ecstatic. If he comes back at the end of 7 for just a teaser to set up 8, I'll be happy. Like, trust me. But I'll also be just a little bit frustrated because we've waited all this time for him to come back. And now it's like we have to wait even longer for him to come back in Scream 8. But I don't know. I think there's a small chance that they would just want to set it up for a future movie. But I guess we shall see. Ethan is playing Fortnite while watching the stream. Nice. Hey, Chocolate Ice, thanks for being here. Thanks for moderating. Hey, Ryan, thanks for popping in and for moderating. Always appreciate all of my moderators. You guys do an amazing job. I know some of you here know that I've been having this issue lately with an impersonator popping up into my live streams, pretending to be me, saying crazy stuff to my viewers. Luckily, I have not had the issue for a while, but I feel like now that I said something, I'm jinxing myself because like a couple weeks ago when I said that, like, oh, I think my issue's done, then they popped up. But I do think my impersonator is like a 12-year-old messing with me. So hopefully now that school is in session again, maybe they're too busy with school to impersonate me. Hey, Thomas, I am having a great day. I hope you are as well. I've been having a busy day. I just filmed like 4 videos before this. So my voice right now is like exhausted from just talking and yapping away. I filmed 3 videos for SpookFest coming up. I don't know how many of you guys have saw my announcement for SpookFest, because it honestly didn't get that many views. So maybe you guys here don't know, but I do have a little event coming up for October. It's called Sistapam SpookFest, where I will be dropping nonstop content in the month of October. There is going to be a new episode every single night at 7 p.m. Eastern. And there might actually end up being more content than that. Like once I get this content filmed and out of the way, then I have some free time to maybe do some more if I come up with some more ideas. So you might even be getting like 2 episodes a day. Hey, Sam, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. We have Mickey here. Welcome, Mickey. Yes, there are some rumors that Kirby is going to be getting a spin-off show of her own. Don't know how true this is. It's just a rumor as of right now. There is nothing but rumors as far as like Scream 7 or the franchise. I hope it's true. I mean, I love Kirby. She's one of my favorite characters. I would love any more Scream stuff that we can get. I would love it. So I hope this is true, but I don't know. Yeah, they could set up like a bunch of villains for Scream 8. I mean, you guys know, I think Stu's going to be leading a cult. I always thought that this was the plan for Scream 7. But who knows? Maybe they want to set it up for future movies, like in Scream 9 even. Because there's rumors that 7 is now going to be the start of a new trilogy, which would mean that Scream 9 would be the finale of the new trilogy. So maybe they want to leave the cult for some kind of like grand reveal for Scream 9. I don't know. In Scream 7, I want Stu or Mickey to call Sydney or Gail at the end and say, "Remember me, we're still alive." Yeah, I know, Ethan, you're like a huge Mickey fan. It's even in your name. Biggest Mickey believer. I'm not big on the whole Mickey thing, you know that, but if Mickey was alive, like I wouldn't be mad at it. I just don't think that there is really a reason to bring him back. Hey, RJ, you said, did you hear that Ghostface is going to be playable in Call of Duty Warzone soon? I'm not sure I heard that. But I've heard that Art the Clown is going to be in some kind of game. I don't know. I'm not a gamer, so. But that's awesome. I love that. Thanks, Thomas. I appreciate that. Ray is super hyped for Spookfest. Thanks, Ray. I appreciate that. Spookfest, like I just said, is going to be nonstop content in October. I'm going to be branching out from Scream a little bit more and talking about some other horror movies. So it's not going to be live streams. It's going to be like, you know, my pre-recorded videos that I film ahead of time and edit. There'll be a new episode every single night at 7 p.m. Eastern. But we are going to do some live streams and watch parties for sure. Those are going to be thrown in there as well. We're going to watch the Halloween franchise, some other horror movies. We've kind of already gotten started on the horror watch parties a little bit. We just did Jennifer's Body last night. We did Friday the 13th. And we also did Ginger Snaps. I'm thinking the next movie is going to be Jeepers Creepers, but I don't know. I have to think about it. Hey, Movie Misfits. Hey, Surgeon. Welcome to the live stream. Just talking some Scream theories. Ray says, calling it now, Scream 10 will be like an Avengers movie where Tara and Sam come back to join forces with Sydney. I hope so. I hope that they return one day. I am hopeful that they'll be back eventually once all this stuff gets worked out. We have FN Clips here. Hello. I am doing well. Thank you. I hope you are too. We have Yin Yang Phoenix here. You said, I think this franchise needs Ghostface to be someone who might go after anyone. It must divorce from Sydney after 7. I get it. You know, they tried to do it with 5 and 6, and it was successful. So, yeah, I definitely think eventually they'll officially move on from Sydney. Hey, Melvin, welcome to the stream. I am a big fan of the Chucky movies and the TV show, although the TV show is not nearly as good as um, the movies. And we are getting a new movie soon. I'm sure a lot of you here have heard that. We officially have a new movie coming soon. You know what? So you know how they remade Child's Play like in 2019, I think. I've never seen it, and I've thought about doing a watch party here on the channel as like a first time watch for me. I hear most people don't like it. I know it's like supposedly not that good, but then there are some people out there who say it's actually a decent movie for what it is. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. I do want to do a watch party for the remake of Child's Play eventually. I'm getting a new computer soon. What kind do you recommend for editing? So I do all of my editing on my phone. I don't use my laptop for editing. I use CapCut. I use the app CapCut on my phone. Keep it simple. So I can't help you there, unfortunately. It would be cool to see Sistapam play Dead by Daylight as a survivor against Ghostface. Maybe one day. I've never played it. I don't really have any gaming systems. I just have my old school ones. You probably heard me talk about that on the channel before. I have my Wii from 2007 and my PS2 from like the year 2000 or whenever it came out. So I would have to buy a whole new like gaming system to do that. Do you think Jill Roberts should come back after Scream 7 or be one of the main villains in Scream 8 because there is the Scream TV show reference in 6? I would love it. I would love it if she came back. Don't know if it's going to happen. I have a bunch of theories on the channel about this. I would love it. And Emma Roberts said that she feels she is not done with the franchise. So I'm hopeful that maybe one day. I am with you, Brian. I think Stu is coming back as well. I have tons of videos on the channel about this. Yeah, this is definitely not real news about Mickey coming back. People just start rumors online. You know, fans want Mickey to come back, so it's really just more of like fan theories. It was my Spookfest announcement video. It's a short video. It's like 2 minutes long, just announcing Spookfest. And yeah, it didn't get that many views. Really, like, sometimes when I branch out from screen theories, those videos don't do as well, which that's just how it goes. Hey, Scream and Cobra Kai. Yes, we can definitely do a strangers watch party, ready or not. I've never seen The Descent. I saw it once when I was like super young, and I remember it really scared the crap out of me. So I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna do a watch party for that. Yes, Art the Clown is coming to Call of Duty. Alex says, have you heard the rumor that Scream 7 will take place around the 30th anniversary of Maureen Prescott's murder? If this rumor is true, Scream 7 will take place in September of 2025. Yes, I have heard about this. I think, like you said, it is just a rumor, but I actually like this idea. And I really could see this one actually being true. I could see them doing this. Why not? Why not make it around the anniversary of Maureen's death? 30 years is a nice round number. We have Sydney back officially as the main character. So I think this would actually be pretty cool. Yes, RJ, we definitely could do a watch party for all the Child's Play movies. It's just like, it'll take a while until we do all of them, just because there's so many movies we have to get through. So, but yeah, eventually. Yes, we are Liberty. I agree with you. It was Kevin's plan to do a cult in Scream 3. That idea got scrapped, so I do think that he's going to want to do it for Scream 7. Now that he's directing, now that Sydney's back. We've talked about Scream 7 mirroring Scream 3. And I do think it's also going to mirror the original plan for Scream 3. So yeah, I definitely think this is the plan. Do I watch Scream edits on TikTok? Yeah, I mean, if they come up on my feed. I honestly haven't. I really have not been on TikTok much because TikTok is just going downhill. Like, it used to be so much fun. But now they're just treating their creators so poorly. Like, I used to do well on TikTok. I used to get a lot of views. I used to be able to make like decent money on there. And now it's just like they're really suppressing creators. My videos that used to do well don't even meet the requirements for monetization anymore. So it's just like, it's not even worth my time. Like, I'd rather be here with you guys on live stream or film and upload videos for YouTube. So where it's like worth it and where people actually see my stuff. And yeah, I sometimes don't even bother scrolling on TikTok anymore. Yeah, Ray, I remember you telling me this the last time we talked about The Descent. And I am a bit claustrophobic, so don't know if I can watch that one. Especially not on live stream. That would be like too much. I agree, Reese. It would be like a nice full circle thing with the 30th anniversary of Maureen's death. Sydney's back, Stu's back, who, was a part of Maureen's murder. So it's honestly, it would be perfect and really just tie everything together perfectly. Do you think more than one Ghostface comes back? I don't think so. I would love it. I really would, but I just think the creators, like, so fans already have a hard enough time wrapping their head around one Ghostface coming back. So the creators might feel like bringing back more than one might be too much for people to wrap their heads around. They might think it's like a little ridiculous, even though I would love it. I agree with this. I hope Sam and Tara will return one day, maybe for Scream 8. That would be nice. So glad that the core 4 are gone. Was never a fan and just liked how superhuman they were. Tara was the only slightly enjoyable one out of the group. So for me, actually, like, Sam was actually the most enjoyable one for me. But I totally get what you're saying. Like, they were superhuman. Like, Chad especially survived so much. Like, Chad should have died. I'm sorry. But the rest of them too, really all 4 of them really endured like a lot that in a typical Scream movie back in the day would have killed a character. Like Mindy would have died on the subway if this was like back in the day. So totally get where you're coming from. I also have issues with this. Give me 1 second, you guys. I will be right back. All right, I am back. I had to get a snack real quick because I skipped lunch today. Did Jill get shot in the head or chest? I don't remember. Scream 4. I don't watch it. It's my least favorite. She got shot in the chest. She did not get shot in the head. I know a lot of people think that. Like, sometimes when I post theories about Jill possibly coming back, sometimes people say, like, but she got shot in the head. But she did not. She got shot in the chest. So there's always a chance, you know, as long as a Ghostface is not shot in the head, they can come back. The franchise really emphasizes that. Like, if you don't shoot them in the head, they can come back. Alex says, what do you think of the idea that Sidney Prescott has a repressed memory of Stu Macher surviving? And that after learning that Stu is alive, this memory will come back to her. That's an interesting idea. I never thought of that or heard that before. I'm honestly not a huge fan of it. I don't know. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but it is interesting. Hey, AJ. I am well. I hope you are too. Thanks for being here. Surgeon asked, have you seen any found footage horror, like Grave Encounters, Blair Witch Project, VHS? Yeah, so found footage is not my favorite. I'm really not big on found footage. Um, out of these that you said, I've only seen Blair Witch Project, and it was many years ago when I was young, like not long after it came out. I just recently watched Cloverfield, which is a found footage movie, and I really enjoyed that one. What else? Creep. I guess Creep is like found footage, right? And I'm a fan of Creep, and Creep is coming back, which I am excited about. So there's a few ones that I like, but it's really not my cup of tea. I agree with this, Reese. After Stu, I do think Jill is like the most likely to come back. Yeah, hopefully, I'm happy that Kevin Williamson is back. Hopefully, we can recapture some of that magic of the original. Yeah, Ray. I don't think you could pay me to explore an underground cave. No. You could offer me $1 million. Not doing it. Do you know when you're streaming next? I don't know. I'm kind of busy these next few days. I might try to stream early tomorrow before I have plans tomorrow night, but I don't know. It depends like how busy I am during the day. If I get a free moment, I might even just pop on here for a little while tomorrow, like 20, 30 minutes if I get the chance. Because I can't tomorrow night, I can't Thursday, I can't Friday, and I can't Saturday. So if I don't hop on here tomorrow during the day, then the earliest stream is going to be Sunday, September 22nd. But in case you guys didn't know, we're going to have a pumpkin paint party here on the channel, live stream Wednesday, September 25th. So I'm going to buy a pumpkin and I'm going to have a live stream where we just talk horror, talk Scream, and I'm going to paint a pumpkin. So, if you want to join and also paint a pumpkin, you can do so as well. I love Coraline, Reese. It's one of my favorites, like for spooky season. Oh my God, Scream 4 is my favorite sequel. I can't believe there are people who don't like it. I love it. Originally, Angelina was the second killer in Scream 3. Yes, this is true. But she was stabbed in the same place as Gail was in Scream 4. Interesting. Yeah, I know a lot of people think that Angelina is Christina Carpenter. I don't. You guys know I have so many theories about Christina Carpenter on the channel. But this is not one of them. I do not think that Angelina Tyler is Christina Carpenter. What if Mickey and Stu did all the killing and Roman did no kills? Interesting. Well, I mean, you know, I don't think Mickey is alive, but I do think Stu is. And I do have a couple theories on the channel about him possibly being in Scream 3. So it's possible that he could have done some of the kills. I mean, you know, a lot of people do think that Roman had a partner because he originally was going to. He's the only solo ghost face, but a lot of people think that he still had like a secret partner. Some people still in like the original plan, but you know, killed her before the reveal. But I think, what if it was Stu? What if Stu, you know, after surviving, sought out Roman, you know, knowing who he was, kind of like because he, you know, worked with Billy. I don't know. It is possible. It looks like SSJ has a theory. You said, I think if Scream 7 doesn't want to introduce too many things at once, they should keep the plot simple by having one villain completely take the win in a way where higher stakes are introduced. Like they add that to the villain who ends up using very specific circumstances to their advantage, which leads them to getting a massive win. Wait, where was your... Oh. Interesting. So are you saying there should only be one villain? I mean, I do think that there's going to be several. I think he's going to be leading the cult, but he's going to be the main Ghostface. Mickey, Charlie, Stu, Ethan, Jill come back together. I would like this, except for Ethan. You guys know I can't stand Ethan. I also don't need Mickey to come back. But like Charlie, Stu, and Jill, I would love that. Hey, Nexus. Thanks for joining. Just chatting about some Scream theories. We've already been going for almost 40 minutes. Feels like we just started. I don't know how long we're going to go today. I'm going to try to do at least an hour, maybe more if it's going well, but I've just been crazy busy lately. Like I said, I filmed 4 videos today, so I have a lot of editing to do. Let's see. Dude says, as someone who's not a fan of Scream 5 and 6, despite some good aspects, I'm fine with Stu returning because at this point, why not? Scream 2 was the last truly good Scream film, so fingers crossed. Well, I am with you, you know, about Stu returning. Why not? You know, we've had 6 movies where it's just like new ghost faces, so why not bring back a past Ghostface? At this point, 7 movies in, you know, Scream plays on these tropes, these horror tropes. And bringing back a past killer is something that these horror movies do. Even Matthew Lillard has said it himself. Like, that's what these movies do all the time. So let's just do it for Scream 7. And then, you know, Scream 8 will get back to normal. But I disagree. I think Scream 4 is the last truly good Scream film. Ooh, interesting. Ray says Scream 4 is the only movie in the franchise with no headshot. Wow, I never realized that. If they don't ever bring Jill back, then they definitely should have headshotted her. Yeah, maybe they did that. Well, I mean, you know, it was the plan back then to bring her back for 5, so maybe they did that intentionally. What is your Scream movie ranking? Yours is 1, 4, 3, 5, 6, 2. So we start off the same. Mine is 1 and then 4. But then mine differs from you. It goes 1, 4, 2, 5, 6, 3. Yeah, you know, 3 is my least favorite. Yes, Stu could have been the other killer in 3. Nerdbox here on YouTube. I always shout them out in these live streams. They have a whole series of videos on their channel called Stu Clues, where they think Stu could have been kind of in the shadows of every single sequel. Hey, Arrowverse. I agree with you. When he shows up, I want him to say, "Surprise, Sydney." I want some callbacks to the original. I also want him to say, "I always had a thing for you, Sid." I like Charlie. He's in my top 5 ghost faces. Yeah, so my underrated ghost face is Charlie. Overrated, I guess Ethan. Just because I find that he has a lot of fans like on TikTok. So yeah. D Rose says Scream 6 is probably my favorite sequel after 3. I just like the intensity and brutality of the ghost face in it. Yeah, I mean, I love Scream 6 for sure. Arrowverse says technically Trevor was shot in the head. That is true, but I think what Ray meant was a ghost face. Like Scream 4 is the only movie where there's not a ghost face who was shot in the head. In the first movie, it's Billy. In the second movie, it's Nancy. Third movie, Roman. Fourth movie, no ghost face. Fifth movie, I think both Amber and Richie get shot in the head. And in 6, it's Quinn. So yeah, I never realized that both the ghost faces in 4 don't get shot in the head. That's pretty crazy, actually. Ethan says, if you had to save one person from every Scream movie, yours is Tatum, Randy, Cotton, Olivia, Dewey, and Annika. So I agree with the first 2, Tatum and Randy. And then for 3, it would be Jennifer Jolie. 4, it would be, I guess, maybe Olivia as well. 5, Dewey. 6, I think I've said before I would save Laura from the opening because I wish that we got to see more of her. Yeah, I love Charlie Walker. Like I said, he's in my top 5 ghost faces. If you see me looking down right now, it's because I'm folding some laundry. I told you that I have been crazy busy lately, and my laundry has been piling up. I washed my laundry, but then I have yet to fold it. So I figure, why not fold it while I answer some questions? Yeah, I definitely hope that with Scream 7, we get more of the mystery back. I do feel like that is something that has kind of been missing in Screams 5 and 6. There really wasn't that much of a mystery that I think the first 4 movies really had. Reese says, I never really believed Stu was alive. However, you may be convincing me. Nice. Love to hear it. Glad I can convince you. Oh, we have a super chat from Chris. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Chris. You said, who do you think is the strongest ghost face? That's tough. There's so many different answers I can come up with. Like, maybe it's Charlie because he has the most brutal kill with Olivia. I'm sure a lot of people would say Detective Bailey. Some people would say Roman because he like did it all himself. I personally think I'm gonna go with Charlie. Just because I do think that he did most of the work himself. I think he did most of the kills. Some people disagree with that. Some people think Jill did some of the kills, but I think it was mostly Charlie. And like I said, he had the most brutal kill with Olivia. I mean, he tossed her around like a freaking rag doll. Those her walls were covered in blood. Like, I'm gonna have to say Charlie is the strongest. But what do you guys all think? Leave a comment in the chat. Who do you guys think is the strongest ghost face? But thank you so much for your super chat, Chris. I appreciate it. Let's see. Where was I? Oh my goodness. Dude says Scream 2 is your favorite. You know, I always say, like, we're all allowed to have different opinions. I never judge anyone for having a different opinion than me. In fact, I like people having different opinions because it keeps things interesting. Like, you know, if we all thought the same way, then things would be so boring. But liking Scream 2 more than Scream 1 is like the one opinion that I'm just like, what? Like, how could you think that? Don't get me wrong, I respect your opinion. But that's just crazy to me. Nothing will top the original. If you count the knife to the head as a headshot, which knife to the head are you talking about? Scream 6? I mean, there is an actual headshot. Sam shot Quinn in the head, so. Ooh, Reese says, if Gail dies as well, I would love to have her or Ghostface say, this is Gail Weathers signing off. Yeah, I don't think Gail would say that as she's dying, but I could see Ghostface saying that. Yeah, it is hard to rank them. I feel like over time, like my ranking could change. Sometimes like 3 has always been my least favorite, but sometimes I'm kind of torn between like 6 and 3 because it's like I love Scream 6. I think it's a great movie. There's a lot about 6 that I love. But like Scream 3, you know, is a Wes Craven movie. It focuses on the trio. So I don't know. In time, like years from now, maybe I'll like 3 more than 6. Amber is the best female Ghostface. I disagree. I think Jill is the best one. But Amber has grown on me a lot. Every time I watch Scream 5, I kind of like her a little bit more. Yeah, I kind of feel like a knife through the eye is almost as good as a headshot. Dermot Mulroney does have a theory that he's still alive, though, but I think that's just because he wants to be in another movie. Ethan says, my least favorite Scream film is Scream 4 because Charlie admits who he has killed, and it doesn't make it fun. I feel like he said he killed Marnie, Jenna, Jenny, Olivia, Rebecca, and Robbie, so we know who. Does he admit to all of them? I feel like he only admits to like 2 people. But I do still think that he killed mostly everyone. Bobby is currently watching Dexter and is on season 2. Wow. Is this the first time you're watching Dexter, Bobby? If it is, I am extremely jealous. I wish that I could watch it for the first time again. I absolutely love Dexter. I plan to rewatch Dexter in January after like, you know, because for Halloween season and Christmas season, there are so many holiday themed movies that I have to watch that I am saving my Dexter rewatch for January. We have a super chat from Bronson. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Didn't have a comment. So if you have a comment that you want to add, you can send it in the chat and I will keep an eye out for it. But thank you so much for your super chats. Hey, Jacob. Yeah, I would love to hear your Christina theories. Arrow agrees that Charlie is the most brutal. Who do you think is the weakest Ghostface? I think Ethan is. Yeah, Scream 3 might actually be the most mysterious with the Maureen photos. That is a good point. yeah, I hope that we can like get some of that back into Scream 7. I think we are in good hands with Kevin Williamson for sure. You know, this movie is his baby. He created the story and these characters. So I think if anyone is going to bring Scream back to what it used to be, it's going to be Kevin Williamson. What's your top 5 most brutal kills? Yours is Greg, Bailey, Richie, Olivia, and Casey, or Officer Richards. Those are all great options. Definitely Olivia. I mean, Richie, definitely Richie. I mean, Sam went crazy on him. She stabbed him like 22 times, slit his throat, shot him in the head. Like, yeah, Richie's definitely one of the most brutal. Bailey, too. You know, she stabbed him a bunch of times and then the knife through the eye. I think you're right about Greg also. Even though we don't see it happen, the outcome that we see is like one of the probably the most graphic image that we've ever seen. Casey's definitely brutal as well, and so is the officer. I think I would agree with all of the options that you gave. Those are definitely like the most brutal kills. Let's see. Ethan says Nancy is one of the weakest Ghostface. Probably. I mean, I think she only had one kill with Randy. So We Are Liberty's ranking is 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6. That is a pretty solid ranking. I definitely agree with those first 3. And then I agree, I prefer Scream 5 over Scream 6. I feel like a lot of people out there would not agree with that. I think a lot of people prefer 6 over 5. But for me, Scream 5 just feels like more of a Scream movie to me. It takes place in Woodsboro. Dewey's in it. Sydney's in it. Scream 6, although I love it, it almost feels kind of like a spin-off movie in a way. So yeah, I definitely prefer 5 over 6. Yeah, Jacob, maybe like leave a comment on one of my most recent videos. I also do have a video dropping in a couple hours, actually, if you want to like leave a comment there, or you can shoot me a message on Instagram. My Instagram is linked in the description. So yeah, you could do that as well. We have a super chat from Alvaro. Thanks, Alvaro. You said, I'm so sad Melissa Barrera canceled her road comic appearance. So I exchanged her autograph and photo op for David Arquette. Oh no, that sucks. I am so sorry. That I can imagine how disappointing that can be. I would be sad too. I wonder why she canceled. It has to be a good reason. I mean, I don't think she would just cancel for no reason, but I am so sorry. That sucks. But at least you get to meet David Arquette, you know, that's cool. So I'm happy for you that you still get to go and meet him. Hopefully you get to meet some other Scream actors, but that does really stink. I am so sorry. Hopefully maybe you can go to a different convention in the future and meet her then. But thank you so much for the $5, Alvaro. I greatly appreciate you. And thanks for being a channel member. I appreciate it. Let's see, where was I? Ethan thinks Bailey is the most brutal ghost face. He is definitely pretty brutal. He's just not one of my favorites. I think the Scream 6 ghost faces are my least favorite in general. But you're right. Like the Greg kill was pretty brutal. He did take out like 3 grown men in a row at the bodega. So. Arrowverse says Nancy is the weakest, has no feats other than pulling Randy into the car and killing him. Only has 1 kill in the entire franchise, and it was by surprise. No fight. Yeah, that's a good point that I was actually going to bring up too. Like, you know, she had the element of surprise. Every time I watch it, I'm like, come on, Randy, you can take her. But she had the element of surprise. Ugh, and I hate her for it. She killed my favorite character. After Stu, Randy is my favorite. Reese says, when do you think we're going to get Scream 7? So they start filming in December of this year. I think probably fall of 2025. I feel like maybe summertime if it takes them 3 months to film, maybe they can get it out by the summer of 2025. But I do think summertime is the absolute earliest. So I do think we're looking more at like fall to 2025. But, you know, I don't know anything for certain, so. Yeah, Billy Loomis never knew about Christina being pregnant. I mean, unless she like told him before he died. Maybe we'll find that out in a later movie. Like if Sam ever comes back and we also see Christina Carpenter, maybe Christina will let us know that she did tell Billy before he died. I do still think that there is a slight chance that Christina Carpenter will be in Scream 7, even without Sam or Tara, just because I do have these theories that, like, she is a shady character working with Stu. So I don't know. If any of you here don't know my Christina theories, definitely check them out. I think Christina has helped, like, Stu stay in hiding all this time. So I do think if Stu comes back, there's a chance Christina can show up. I think she has history with Sydney. They went to high school together. You know, they both dated Billy. Maybe Christina wants revenge on Sydney for killing Billy, who she was in love with. Do you think Scream 7 will be the final Sydney Prescott story? Possibly. I feel like it's possible, and that's why they need to bring back Stu now, just because there's no guarantee of having Sydney in a future movie. So now is the time to bring Stu back, because we just don't know if we're going to get Sydney in the future. And I think in order for a Stu return to work, Sydney needs to be in the movie. Okay, Jacob, so you can leave a comment somewhere on my channel, like one of my most recent videos, or if you want to wait, I have a video dropping at 6 p.m. Eastern time, so in an hour and 20 minutes, if you want to leave a comment on that video with one of your theories. Joey said, I just found your channel. Love the Scream theories. Thanks, Joey. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have tons of Scream theories. So if you really did just find my channel, then you have a lot of binge watching that you can do on my channel. I have a Scream theories playlist where you can find all of the theories in one location. I honestly think I have like 70 theory videos in this playlist. Let me see. Yeah, I have 73 Scream theories on the channel. That's insane, but I'm glad you enjoy them, because I love coming up with them. I love rewatching these movies and coming up with some more theories for you guys. I have another one dropping tonight, like I just said, in about an hour. Ethan thinks Jill is one of the weakest ghost faces, but definitely one of the smartest. And it's funny to watch her beat herself up. Yeah, I guess you could say she is one of the weakest, because I don't think she did really any of the kills other than the kills that we see her do, like unmasked. But she's definitely one of the smartest, because she got Charlie to do all of the work for her so that she could keep her hands clean. That is what I think. Arrowverse says, I just paid off my couch. Well, congratulations, because couches are expensive. They really are. It's ridiculous. Everything these days is just crazy expensive. It's like so hard to even live these days. If Randy came back as Ghostface, that would be dope with a dash of silly. Jamie Kennedy has a bunch of theories, or one theory about Randy still being alive. He thinks that Randy wanted to be like one step ahead of the killer. So he like faked his own death. Which I do think is a little ridiculous, but obviously I would love to see Randy again, so. Looking at an October, November release for sure. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I was just going to say, like, there has never been a Scream movie released in October, like for spooky season. So they should definitely do that for Scream 7. Wrestling God says, I have the perfect person to play as Christina Carpenter, Sofia Vergara. Yeah, she would probably be good. I can see that. Surgeon says, here in Serbia, you can find a couch for $300. That is a great price. Yeah, I mean, I know like here people do like Facebook Marketplace, or like thrift shops and stuff. But it's like, I don't know, buying a couch from a stranger kind of scares me because of like bed bugs and stuff. I don't know. I guess you could have the couch cleaned, but like I just went to this festival recently where I shared with you guys that I bought 32 DVDs for like such little money, and they had furniture there and they had a couch and it was very cheap, like no more than $300. So but yeah, here, like if you want to buy a brand new couch, the cheapest you're gonna find a brand new couch is like $1,500. It's ridiculous. Reese says, I would personally love someone who was like Tatum and Dewey's cousin, just like Jill to Sydney, and that they would become friends with Sid's children. Oh, that would be cute. I would like that. Should the villain in Scream 7 be a new character that sets up a grand reveal for Stu Macher? I hope not. Not if like that means we're not going to get Stu till Scream 8. I don't want another new person in Scream 7 without Stu. Like if they want to set it up for his reveal at the end of the same movie, sure. I would love for Maureen Prescott to maybe be the opening kill. I am with you. I want a flashback to Maureen's murder. I have a theory I have a video on the channel about this, how they could do this. It would be a fun way to see a young Billy and Stu again. And some people have asked me, like, should they recast Billy and Stu? But no, I think that they should de-age them. Have Skeet and Matthew play the roles again for the flashback scene and de-age them. It can be done. It's been done before in movies. We have the technology. Like, let's do this. Haunted Couch, the movie. Nice, surgeon. Yeah, Arrowverse. That's crazy. Total ripoff. How many ghost faces do you think there will be in 7? I think there will be several. I think it's going to be the most we've ever had. Obviously, in Scream 6, we had 3, which was the most we ever had, but I think there's going to be way more than 3. Because when you have a cult, like, you need multiple cult members. I mean, I think we've already seen 4 of them in the past with Richie, Amber, Jason, and Greg. So that's already 4 right there. And they're no longer with us. So there needs to be more out there. I think, I think it's going to be something crazy like 10 cult members, or even more. It could be more. It could be like hundreds across the country. I do think that this cult is going to be nationwide, like across the country. We might not get to actually know all of them. I mean, that's like impossible. Like, if there are 100 cult members, we're not going to get to know all 100 of them. That there's just not enough time in the movie. But maybe we'll see them briefly. Like I've said before, I do think that this cult is going to be operating across the country. So maybe Sydney will be watching the news and see these attacks happening on the news. Oh no, my screen froze. What is going on? Okay. I'm frozen again. Maybe I need to close out my other tabs. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. If you can even hear me still, hopefully you can. All right, bear with me. Can you guys chat? Oh my goodness, nothing is working right now. All right, cool. Looks like you guys can hear me at least. But the other problem is my screen is freezing where I can't, like, I can't even see the comments. All right, let me see. And I can't open the live stream from my phone to like read the comments from my phone. I apologize, you guys. I might have to end the stream if I can't figure this out. This is so annoying. I apologize, you guys. Okay, I think I got it. Can you guys see me and hear me? Okay, it looks like you can. Cool. That was so annoying. I don't know what happened. My computer froze. I couldn't even do anything. I had to restart my computer twice. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna go for a little bit longer, try to catch up on what I missed, but you know, the issue might come back, so I apologize, you guys, if it does. Let's see. Sorry, trying to see where I was at before things went crazy. Yeah, I feel like the Scream TV show is not that popular. I've only seen it once. I definitely want to do a rewatch. Should Stu be scarred or disfigured like a Freddy Krueger type villain when the mask finally comes off? I do think so. I think it would be cool for him to have a little bit of a different look. Obviously, the TV did fall on him, so yeah, I do think it would be cool. Ooh, that would be cool. All the cult members on the subway. I do, like I just said, I do want to do a rewatch of the show, and then I will consider doing some content for the show. I am by no means an expert on the show. I've only seen it once. I hardly remember it. So I need to rewatch it. Okay, Jacob, I will look out for your comment after the stream. We Are Liberty's favorite horror franchises are Scream, Halloween, The Exorcist, The Conjuring, Child's Play, Hills Have Eyes, Psycho, Ring, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. Definitely some great ones there. And some of them are definitely my favorites as well. Love Scream, love Halloween, love Child's Play, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. The Exorcist I haven't seen in a long time. And I honestly don't know if I've seen any of the sequels, really. I am obsessed with the Scream franchise, Tyler. Who do you think is the least evil Ghostface and most? Least evil? Okay, so, well, most evil we've talked about recently. It would have to be Jill or Roman for killing their parents. Least evil? Hmm. Uh, Honestly, I might have to go with one of Richie's siblings, either Quinn or Ethan, for least evil, because I feel like their dad kind of just made them do it and talk them into it. It's like, you know, you don't want to disappoint your parents, and they're young. they're teenagers, so he definitely, like, I feel like Bailey definitely was responsible for them getting involved a little bit. So either Quinn or Ethan would have to be least evil, I guess. I don't know. They're all pretty evil, so it's hard to say. Hey, texting master. Just talking some screen theories and scream rumors. We're probably going to go for a little bit longer. We've already been going for an hour and a half. Hey, Jamie. Yeah, I think it might have been my Wi-Fi, honestly, because my phone was kind of not working either for a second. But I don't know. It seems to be fixed now. Do you think there should be a character that is very egotistical in Scream 7? Not necessarily evil. Sure. Why not? I feel like we could use like a secondary antagonist. So, yes, we definitely will do a happy Death Day watch party for sure. There are so many movies that we have to do watch parties for. I'm not going to be able to do one for a few days because I'm very busy these upcoming days. So this might actually be the last stream until Sunday. I might pop on here for a little bit tomorrow, but I do have plans tomorrow night. So I'm not sure if I'm going to even be able to get on here tomorrow. If Jill returns in Scream 7, do you think she'll be in Stu's cult? I hope so. I would love for her to be a part of Stu's cult. I do have a theory video on the channel about Jill possibly being in Stu's cult in Scream 4. That video is pretty old. It's like several months old. You can find it in one of my theory playlists, though. I would love for Jill to be working with Stu. Tyler thinks Charlie is the least evil Ghostface. I don't know about that. I think he's pretty evil. Would you ever do a watch party for Coraline or the Corpse Bride? Yes, I would. I love Coraline. I'm not a huge Corpse Bride fan. I'm pretty sure I watched it for the first time last year. So it's not one of those movies that like was a part of my childhood, whereas Coraline was. So yeah, it's not one of my favorites. Smartest Ghostface outside of Jill? Maybe Billy. I feel like Billy was pretty smart. How long do you think Scream 7 is going to be? Probably like 2 hours. About. I feel like a lot of the movies in the franchise are almost 2 hours, like just below 2 hours. Scream 6 was the longest one. I think it was just over 2 hours, right? Yeah, it was 2 hours and 2 minutes. So I think Scream 7 is either going to be like the same as Scream 6 with 2 hours or maybe longer. You know, if Stu comes back, there might be a lot of story to tell there. So I think it'll be pretty long. Nexus says, do you think Stu would come back and instead of being a killer, he chooses to help Sydney? And in the end, the killer is Jill and Mickey. Just a theory. I'm not a fan of this. I want him to be Ghostface. I want him to be evil. There's a lot of people out there who I have heard this idea before, and I'm just not a huge fan of it. So I'm not ending the stream yet, but I do just have to step away for a moment. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, we're back. I just kind of want to go for a little longer today just because it has been a little while since we've done one of these streams, and I'm not going to be able to stream for the next few days, so I do want to go for a little bit longer. But not too much longer because I have to eat dinner soon. I skipped lunch today. I'm starving. Ethan says, I think the Scream 6 ghost faces are more evil than Nancy because in Scream 2, Nancy actually killed Randy, who helped kill Billy, and in Scream 6, literally nobody died in Scream 6. I guess that's a good point. Like, Nancy really just wanted revenge for her son's death, so I guess she's not the most evil. Could there be another Scream TV show with the kids of the main characters doing things in animated or anime for Netflix or something? That would be cool. I mean, I'd rather it be like live action than animated, but yeah, I definitely think there's so much that they could do with the franchise, like spin-offs, continuations with like side characters. Yes, Tyler, I knew this, and I wish we got this. It sucks that we didn't. Jill was going to live at the end of Scream 4 and go on to be in Scream 5 had they continued the franchise back in like 2012 or whatever. How far do you think Scream franchise will go? Could it make it to 10 and being split into 2 or 3 parts? Honestly, I think it could go forever as long as they make quality movies. I think it could go on forever. Hey, Andre, are you going to do a smartest Ghostface ranking video? Eventually, yes. Let me write that down. Hey, Missy. Yeah, I have a couple theories on the channel about Tara being Stumacher's daughter. I think there's so many like clues that can point towards this. I'm really proud of those theory videos that I came up with. But now that she's not going to be in 7, I don't see it happening, unfortunately. Reese says, I would also like to have a Sydney movie for 7 and slowly ease out of her story in 8. And hopefully by 9, we will have her kids' stories. Yeah, I think that is a good plan. Yeah, we can do The Exorcist eventually. I gotta start making a list of the movies you guys tell me you want to watch. I hope we return to Woodsboro. I want to. It's my favorite location. I know a lot of people don't because it's like been done before multiple times, but to me, Woodsboro is Scream. So I hope so. I agree. Woodsboro is the best setting. Hey, Raggedy Man, thanks for joining. Unfortunately, we are going to end soon. Prodigy is here. Welcome. You said, I believe that the original plan for Scream 6 was to kill Gale, but once Nev dropped out, they had to scrap the kill because they don't want to kill Gale without Sydney. Interesting. I didn't know that, but yeah, I agree. This is something that I have said on the channel a lot. Like, I think Sydney needs to be present for Gale's death. And I do think Gale's definitely going to die in 7. I did just put out a video about this like a couple of days ago. It's called Scream 7, Who Will Live and Who Will Die? And I do say that I think Gale is going to be one of them. And I kind of talk about how I think it should go down, you know, with Sydney there. I don't think Stu is Jill's dad. No. Just because wouldn't Jill have been born before the events of the first movie? Yeah, Jill would have been born in 1994, and that's 2 years before the first movie. So I don't think it could really be Stu. Yes, Tyler, I would have loved this for Jill to get away with it in 4. Well, the whole redemption arc thing, I don't know. I kind of would have liked if she still stayed evil. But I definitely would have liked to see her again no matter what. So if it had to be a redemption arc, I would have taken it. Ray says we have Christmas horror movies and now a Thanksgiving horror movie. What other holiday would you like to get its own horror movie? Well, I guess they've done Valentine's Day. Didn't they also just do July 4th, like with Founders Day or something? But I heard that was really bad. I guess also, I Know What You Did Last Summer is kind of like a July 4th horror movie. So I don't know, maybe Easter? We're running out of holidays. At least big holidays. Would you reboot Scream franchise and make the characters freshmen in high school again so that we can get more in-depth details, origin story about how and why Stu and Billy became Ghostfaces with Christina? That would definitely be interesting to see. I'm kind of torn in how I feel about it, but if they did that, I mean, I would be excited about it. So, yeah, I guess I would like to see that. All right, so I do think I'm going to wrap up the stream. We've been going for almost 2 hours. Totally flew by. I am not going to a convention in October. I wish I was. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. This was a blast. It's been a while since we did one of these. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to stream until Sunday. I might pop on here quickly tomorrow, but not sure. But I do have a brand new video dropping in about 30 minutes. So look out for that. It will premiere. I'll do like the live premiere. So if you guys want to tune in for the premiere, we can chat in the live section. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later. I appreciate all of you.